Just another Wednesday.
Another Wednesday.
Oh,
A different edition of the mic drop. Oh,
Yes,
we got
it
a
is.
couple
yep.
extras.
That is-
Oh,
I got a couple
There we
extras.
go. Comments.
Oh yeah.
I can see those now.
oh crap! People are in the chat.
Yep.
Jeez.
Jody's kind of the rose between the thorns.
Oh, I probably shouldn't sing that. I'll get you copyrighted.
Uh,
That's all right. You gotta be monetized for that.
exactly.
So
That's
you're
true.
opening a store up, Jody.
Yep. Opening a online retail store and hoping in the next 6 weeks we'll be to the point we can make our first order and have fish kind of shortly after the clash. So it's coming.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Are you going to be doing live fish as well as are you going to be doing plants or
I think
dry
we'll
goods?
eventually
Pantry
sell.
items?
Yeah, we'll eventually sell plants. The whole system is kind of based off of aquaponics, filtering out, the nitrogens from the water. So the plan is all the tanks will drain into a settling chamber. Then from there, they'll run to a UV filter to catch any bacterias and such. From there, it'll go to a large carbon filter to pull out any medications from quarantining any fish. There, it will go to 3 aquaponic beds, and those will gravity feed into an algae scrubber to pull out any remaining nutrients. And from there, it'll be pumped into another UV filter in case the first one missed anything. And we'll have to run some tests before we ever get fish to begin with, just to make sure that medications don't pass through the system. And if it does, then we can add a second carbon filter. And just to check for parasites, making sure, those aren't making it through also, because we don't want to be spreading that to the entire system. So technically it's a recirculating system. And I think Goliad Farms already does it. But so we will probably get into selling house plants at some point, terrestrial growing plants. I don't know if we'll do aquarium plants until maybe we have a permanent location, because right now it's kind of a temporary setup. We didn't want to be locked into a 2-year lease, and in case God forbid we flop. But hopefully next spring we'll be able to settle on a permanent location.
Right.
That's
And
so
you'll
awesome.
be buying from hobbyists too.
Yep. So it'll be imports and buying from hobbyists. And myself and Christopher were just having a conversation tonight. I spoke with him, about Jeff and I had a conversation at the barbecue, about, who pays shipping. And I said, well, we haven't nailed everything down yet. So Christopher and I talked tonight, and, for us, the buyer is always responsible for shipping. And why should that be any different buying from a hobbyist versus an exporter? That makes no sense to me.
Right.
So,
if you buy from Amazon or anywhere else, right, you're going to pay for the shipping to ship it to
yeah,
exactly.
or anywhere else.
So that would be, something to really consider is, we're not out there to screw the hobbyist. If you want to send us so much fish, why should you be screwed by paying the shipping for that too? It just that doesn't make sense to me. So we would pay the shipping for buying fish from you as it should be.
Oh, I thought you were meaning shipping to the customer. I'm sorry.
Oh, no. If a hobbyist breeder wanted to sell fish to us, why wouldn't we be responsible for the shipping? It's no different than buying from anywhere else. is what I'm getting at. So the hobbyist would not be paying shipping to us. We would be paying shipping for the hobbyist to ship their fish to us, which is how it should be.
Agreed.
So like if you wanted to sell them a bunch of Gudaians, Mike, and shipping, you give them a price on that plus the shipping. You know, shipping
Yeah.
say it's $25, they'd pay what you want for the fish plus shipping.
Yes. So
Yeah.
we pay shipping. You don't lose out for shipping to us. Yeah, Craig, that's how it should be. But there are some other places who don't do that.
Right.
Sounds like quite a business plan.
Yeah, it's shaping up.
Now, did you have to go through a bunch of permitting and stuff to do that, or was it pretty simple?
So that's pretty much been in Christopher's hands. I think there's probably going to be a few licenses that we'll need. But for the most part, it's really just setting up an LLC, and then I think we'll need a reseller's license. Come, Nancy, you're funny.
Yeah, I think Keith makes a good point. I think a lot of people don't understand like what the actual like wholesale price of fish and things like that are.
Yeah, wholesale is super cheap, I'm discovering. So, you know, a lot of this is new to me, but Christopher's been in the industry for a while, used to work in pet stores and stuff like that. So he's got a lot better idea of that than I do up until now. And, you know, main thing is it's just a lot of work to get it up and going.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was always told by people that I talked to, it was always like a third, like the wholesale price was a third of whatever the retail was. It was a good.
And I've always been told it's a quarter.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So,
I was gonna say it all depends on where you know who you talk to
Yeah.
as well.
yeah.
But we'd like to treat hobbyists right. So, you know, there'll be, well, like I'll just call it an incentive for now because it's not completely nailed down yet.
Right.
So,
You're gonna be selling
And
dry
like
goods
different,
too.
one at a time. What?
You be selling dry goods too.
Eventually, maybe.
okay.
You know, for now it's just startup, so it'll be, you know, fish and inverts. But eventually we'd love to do plants, you know, and dry goods eventually too. And maybe years down the road we'll attach a retail store to it also. That's been talked about, but nothing is set in stone there. So
Right.
we'll see. I know my daughter would love it.
In the house.
Hi, Sage.
Yeah,
Oh. No. It's,
definitely.
it's our 7-year-old Anna.
Ah,
I
hi,
I almost
Anna.
went inside. I had the tone.
I did not see my sister walking out right behind her.
Gotcha.
Jeff Kane says there's a rumor of a grand opening cookout. Is there a planned date yet?
No, and I think we would probably save a grand opening cookout for when we have a permanent location. I'm not 100% on that yet. I know Lance had contacted a friend of his who's on YouTube is Dutch Daddy Barbecue. Mike, I'm sure you probably heard of that
Oh
one.
yeah.
But he's only 30 minutes from me. His name is Kent. Super nice guy to talk to. But he messaged me last night, and we'll probably nail out some details. And Christopher, I'm sorry, I forgot to even tell you all about that today. It's been a heck of a week already. So, but
Yes, we get a bunch of new tanks in and already break a couple.
yeah, we did break a couple, but whoops.
It happens.
You can't make an omelet, you know, unless you break a few eggs.
Exactly,
Yep.
exactly. Yeah, fork tilt. It's important.
Yeah. I do okay drilling.
Hold on.
Assuming it's drilling tanks that breaks them.
The three of us need to, you know, puff on our cigarette at the exact same time.
I already put mine out, so you're just out of luck.
Okay.
Yeah, it sounds like you got a pretty good business plan there, though.
Yeah, that's the hope. So we're really excited about it and looking forward to it. So we're excited to go to the Clash. And oh, thanks, Jennifer. I like my plants too. I'm a sucker for a plant, so like the way to my heart is fish and plants.
Yeah, aquaponics was the reason how I ended up with a goldfish and started in this fish hobby to begin with. So
Yeah.
the fact that you're doing that, like I was that part of it alone, just like I'm really floored and I'm really excited for you.
Thank
And
you. Thank you.
as much as you're willing, as much as you're willing to share with the community, like I will be there looking. I want to know. I think that's so
Thank you.
cool.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, the aquaponics, I mean, a big part of it was water conservation. I mean, one, because my well can't really handle 3,000 gallons a day. And
Oh, just put another well in. You'll be fine.
yeah, I would have to. I would have to. But
But of course, then you're looking at the aquifer and all of that crap that's
Yeah.
tapping into.
And we've had a lot of drought in years past. So, and there have been wells that have run dry around here. So that wasn't something that was really negotiable. We had to figure out a way to do it.
Yeah.
It's just yeah, I'm not willing to run the well dry because wells are expensive. And aquaponics were kind of a great way to get this done. Aquaponics were kind of a great way to get this done. Ooh, in stereo
Especially
even.
the deeper they have to drill.
Ooh, in stereo even.
The deeper they have to drill, the higher the price is.
Oh,
Yep. And our well is 400 feet deep. And our well is 400 feet deep.
Ooh.
Can you guys hear that too?
Yeah,
Can
I
you
can
guys hear that too?
I can, and I don't know whether it's me. I can look around.
Yeah, I'm muted on my YouTube side, so I think I'm okay.
It's probably me.
I'm gonna look. Hold on, I will be right back.
Well, it must have been important because she did say it twice, so
That works.
Yeah, we'll just see if she remembers to change her name when she goes to the next stream.
That'll be funny.
That's an interesting comment.
What's been going on? Go ahead, Mike.
I was gonna say Jeff's or Mike Hunt's comment. Anybody who sends fish UPS ground needs to be locked up for animal cruelty. That's an interesting comment. I generally prefer overnight, but
Yeah.
each their own.
I'm a fan of getting fish shipped overnight too. All right, who the hell's in stereo?
Damn kids, anyhow.
I'm the only one home. And I don't have YouTube open, so I don't think it can be me.
I was gonna say neither do I.
I have it open, but I just checked again and it's muted.
Okay.
So
Well, it doesn't seem to be doing it now.
Mm-hmm.
Fun stuff.
Mm-hmm. Lovely technology.
It is. It is.
Yeah,
Oh,
you gotta
there it
love
is.
that. It's me.
Dang it, Mike! Figure your crap out.
Which Mike? Oh no!
I have to tell you,
Why is everybody picking on me?
It's always me.
I'll have to tell you, when I had all those issues, that drove me nuts. For I had a good 2 months where I had issues every stream. It drove me absolutely insane.
The echo part's the thing that's always been driving me nuts because I can't figure out where it's coming from because I don't have YouTube open.
Yeah.
Jorge says you have a hot mic.
Right here.
Which Mike's hot? Jorge.
Yeah.
Must be all four.
Yeah.
Uh,
Anything new going on in the fish tank barn, Mike?
It's been kind of just moving along. It's the barn's been kind of quiet. Stuff's just kind of moving along. We're kind of getting to the end of pond season, so I'll probably have to take the tubs in kind of the end of August, beginning of September. So I'm a little worried because I've seen frogs in more than one tub now. So I think I might be not as successful as I maybe could have been, but we'll see.
Mm.
That's something I have not experienced yet, is any frogs or toads in the ponds.
yeah. Of course, the way I have my pond set up is they're up on the back deck anyway. So
Yeah. Well, mine are out front in the rocks, just to my right. But I mean, if a toad wanted, they could hop into the flower pots in front of the tubs and then into the tubs. I just haven't seen it happen yet.
yeah.
Yeah,
With me,
and I don't know where they come
Oop,
from
shoot.
because like the swamp is literally like seven. I mean, it's a small swamp. It's like a drainage ditch more than a swamp, but it's like 7 houses away.
Yeah.
It's like, and so I don't know where they're coming from. It's just weird.
The closest pond is probably a quarter mile. But the toads love to live in all my plants. They're always burying themselves up here.
They do it in mine too. Yeah, they'll find a way no matter what.
They definitely do.
Yeah, I think a lot of animals. There's a lot of animals around here. Considering I live in suburbia, we have a ton of different animals. Like
Oh yeah.
turkeys and there's a billion deer.
Yeah.
Turkeys and deer, and I think there's foxes and coyotes. There's all kinds of stuff around here.
Yeah, same here.
Deer,
I don't see much for
coyote.
foxes, but raccoons, deer, coyotes, turkeys, rabbits are the main ones. Skunks come through on occasion, and if a skunk comes through, I know because the dogs find it and require a bath.
Armadillos are bad here too.
Really?
Oh yes.
Huh.
They are very bad here.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I didn't know they made it there.
Possum. Oh yeah. Over the past about 5 years, seeing more and more of them.
Really? Huh. I always thought they were cute, but I imagine they're destructive if they want to be.
They can dig fast. I'll say that.
Hey, have you not
They
seen?
can dig. They can bury themselves really fast.
Have you not heard the song "Armadillos Keep Digging"? I mean, it's
No.
a parody to Armadillo or Amarillo by Morning, but it's actually a
Sure.
pretty funny song.
Yeah, that's one we don't have up here yet. It's probably a little too cold for them.
Yeah.
Salient, your main account is not hidden. I've checked it many a times, and it's not hidden. Yeah, it is like running over a bowling ball. You got that right, Curtis.
Mm.
Be driving at night and your headlights hit one, they'll jump straight up, and they hit about middle of your grill height. Don't ask how
Yeah.
I know.
Turkeys do that too.
Yeah.
I've hit a few of those.
Speaking of hitting turkeys, I was
Somebody hit you?
No, I was hauling gravel for a construction company one summer, and we were hauling fill dirt, out of the job site, and there was a turkey that came in through the passenger window. Just smashed through the glass, the whole freaking 9 yards.
Yeah.
Well, this was about 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning, so I skinned it the whole 9 yards. Stopped by the local store, got some tin foil, and I cooked it on the freaking motor until about 12:30. It was fully cooked. We had had turkey for lunch, and
Wow.
Wow.
every round I made, open the hood, turn the turkey. Made for a good lunch.
I'll bet.
You wasn't basting that with 30 weight, were you?
No, I wasn't. No.
Diesel smoked.
Yeah, exactly. Diesel fuel tastes amazing when it's when it's caramelized.
Yeah.
You were
I mean,
really
free
rolling
turkey
cold
is
then,
free
weren't you?
turkey.
I have not hit too many animals, thankfully. I've maybe a squirrel or
Pretty
two.
much.
That's kind of about it.
Yeah. I got a deer and a raccoon. I'm sorry, a turkey and a raccoon, not a deer. Come close with deer plenty often, but
A couple of years ago, coming back from New York with the wife,
No, it's not you, Dee.
we got to, what the heck was it? It was about 12 miles from the Indiana border in Ohio, and deer jumped right out in front of us. Did about $15,000 worth of damage to the Tahoe, and
Yeah.
I ended up driving it from the Indiana-Ohio line back to North Dakota, just the way it was. So
yeah.
had to stop every about hour and a half, because running out of antifreeze, but it is what it is.
That's the only thing I was afraid of when you go on those long trips. You run into,
So basically, you had diesel smoked turkey with a side of hydraulic gravy, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it was weird. We used to never see turkeys like ever, and now they're like everywhere.
Yeah.
My neighbor feeds them, so they are here year round. You can get a butterball anytime you want.
Yeah, we get them coming through my yard every now and then. But I'm just right around Thanksgiving time, so yeah, free turkey.
Yeah, I'll get one and freeze it for later.
Yeah.
I should do that.
Just
Mhm.
plucking them was no fun.
Yeah, we got a neighbor down the road a ways that's got a plucking machine. He sells chickens and stuff, and you can go get a chicken from him and pluck it there and take it
That'd
home, I
be handy.
guess. Yeah,
That's as bad as scalding the hogs.
yeah.
I'll be right back.
Thanks for the warning.
Yeah.
So you're going to have 100 and some tanks. Are you going to have room in any of the others without, for other fish besides loaches and hill streams?
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to have 100 and some tanks of loaches. I wouldn't complain one bit, to be honest. But I mean, I guess people want other things too. So, we'll probably have around 170 tanks up and running by the 1st of October. And then hopefully, if we don't get the rest of the racks built before then, just right now it is my husband and I, and on occasion his brother comes and helps. And so we still juggle our other business and then trying to get this up and going at the same time. And it's really hard to be like 3 places at once.
Yeah.
So it's, in
Yeah.
6 weeks, we're trying to be realistic in that I think we'll have 170-ish tanks up and going. But then, excuse me, hopefully we can get the other racks built. I mean, because we'll drill them all at once. That way it's done. So if we do get everything finished, then we can get them all up and going. But
Right.
yeah. But if I could have 170 tanks of loaches, I would be a happy lady.
Yeah, it sounds like it ought to be quite the operation.
Yeah, I think so.
And
You have to come up and visit.
definitely something the community could use.
That was the goal. You know, we'd really like to add to the community. So, that was definitely a big part of putting this together.
Sounds like you guys got it pretty well figured out.
I think so. We'll see.
Well, there's going to be tweaks made here along the way, you know.
Yeah. I mean, you're always smarter on the second go round.
Yeah, if I built a new fish barn, it would be completely different. No.
Yeah, and that's how I feel about my fish room downstairs. Had I known I would have become this much of an addict, I'd have done things a lot differently.
Yeah, I just
I'm getting ready to
think
change mine
there was
around.
a lot of things I've learned that had I known, I would have done like things differently. Like I would have done like all of one size tank and all that kind of stuff too.
Yeah, Jeff, you're welcome to come down anytime.
Yeah, put him to work.
Yeah, that's what he said. He'd love to be there helping. So you know what? Anybody is welcome to come anytime.
Put him to work.
I mean, I'm only about 6.5, 7 hours from you, so you know.
Yeah, it's not so bad. It took
No.
us the same amount of time to get to Foxy's.
Yeah.
You're in Iowa,
I
right?
just-
Cody?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm on the Iowa-Nebraska border. Like, I'm right in the tri-state area. So Nebraska, South Dakota, Iowa. I'm
okay.
5 minutes from Nebraska, 10 minutes from South Dakota.
Yeah, you're probably from me 13, 14 hours, I would guess.
Because where are you at?
Detroit.
Detroit,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you're about 13, 14.
Yeah, Des
Yeah.
Moines is like 10. We went to I went to Macna when it was in Des Moines a long time ago,
Yeah.
and it was a long trip. It was longer than you would think.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you did show up, you just better be ready to work.
Yep.
No, it was
gonna
actually funny. That Des Moines trip, we had a guy that was with us. I have a van, so there was 4 or 5 of us in the van. I think it was 4 of us. And like the week before we were supposed to go, we were going to stay over Sunday night and drive back on Monday because they have a really huge. The show had a really huge raffle, so you always want to stay until the end of the raffle.
Yeah.
So one of the guys is like, "It's my." All of a sudden, he's like, "It's my wife's anniversary. We have to get back, and we have to leave Sunday night." And I'm like, "Really?" And he's like, "I'm like, okay, then we're gonna leave right at 4:00, and it'll just suck, and we'll deal with it, right?" And all of a sudden, they're all like, "Oh, we want to get food and do all this stuff." We didn't leave Des Moines till like 7:00 at night,
Yeah.
and we got over the bridge to go over the Mississippi River. And I literally handed him the keys. I'm like, "You're driving the rest of the way." We didn't
I'm
get
not
back.
much of a driver anymore.
We didn't get back home until like 5:00 in the morning. Like I walk in, and my wife was like getting up and going to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a long night.
Yeah.
So all of you who can drive like that, I envy you because I'm like 30 minutes in and you probably want somebody else to drive for, you know.
The rest of the way.
Yeah.
That's the weird thing with
That's
me
me.
is I can get into the driver's seat and I can go 5-6 hours, as long as I've got fuel. I can go 4, 5, 6 hours, stop, take a leak, fuel up the vehicle, and then keep moving.
Yeah. Not me. I used to be able to do that. When I used to live in Green Bay and then up in Oconto, Wisconsin, I used to be able to make that drive home. It's 9 hours with no stops. And I could do it just fine. But for the last probably 6-7 years, I can't do it. I did one time like spite drive because we ended up having to drive home from Florida, and we made it to St. Louis is on the east side of Kansas, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or Missouri, not
Yeah.
Kansas, but Missouri. So we made it to St. Louis, and we were just going to sleep in the vehicle overnight and call it good. And I laid there for 30 minutes, and I went, I can't sleep. I said, I'm just going to drive. And my husband, Sean, looked at me and goes, if you make me get up in 30 minutes, I'm going to kick your ass. Well, challenge accepted now. And I got us to Omaha, and I woke him up.
No, we've done that for Florida for the last few years for vacation because just flying with 4 people is insane.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
it's we've done last the last time we did it in March, I drove the whole time between
Yeah.
we stopped. We stopped either south or north of Atlanta. So
Yeah. I had to stop every 45 minutes and get more coffee because I was driving overnight and I'm not an overnight person to begin with. I think everybody probably knows that, but
It's overrated. I'll tell you that.
yeah.
and then
You
I'm
know,
kind of not anymore.
Yeah.
you know, when I was over the road, I loved running overnight, especially with the truck that I had. You know,
Yeah.
I could
Yeah.
make up some time.
Yeah.
Oh no, we did that on a family vacation when I was a kid. Like I think I was like 17, and we got stuck driving home from Florida because some like couch had derailed in the road or something. It was something really dumb. And so my parents gave me the car in like north of Atlanta, and they woke up the next morning in Ohio.
Hmm.
And my dad's like, "How fast did you drive?" And I'm like, "Don't worry about it.
Yeah.
We don't have mountains or anything here, so I was just ripping up and down the mountains all night.
Yeah.
You know, we woke up north of Dayton, and I just handed my dad the keys, and he's like, "How fast did you go?" I'm just, "Don't worry about it."
Yeah.
We know the little peg on the speedometer. It jumped that.
Yeah. The peg was saying P.
Yeah.
It wasn't ridiculously fast, but it wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't slow either. So
Yeah.
I mean, we drive fairly fast here anyway. I mean, 80 miles an hour is a pretty consistent speed for a lot of people here. So
Unless
I mean, a
I was
lot of
gonna
interstates are 80 miles an hour nowadays, though.
Yeah. Well, I was
Yeah.
gonna say unless you get up into the Northeast and it's 65.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zen's right. If you slept through it, it couldn't have been that bad.
Exactly. I mean, I can tell you now that I slept from between Jerome, Idaho, and Stockton, Sparks, Nevada, one time. And
I
I was
time
one,
travel every time.
and I was the only one in the truck. So
Yeah.
So no
How-
witnesses.
yeah, so no witnesses. How I got there, no clue. But I know I stopped, parked, went into the bunk, went to sleep, woke up in Sparks.
Yeah.
About 475 miles away.
Yeah. I time travel for pretty much every road trip now. I'm a great passenger if you don't like talking.
Just
My
break
daughter
out the map and, nope, you're going the wrong way.
My daughter hates riding with me because I'll turn on an audiobook and just keep on rolling.
Nope. I'm out.
KJE, it depends on the trooper as well. You get into the southern tier and you go 5 miles an hour over 65 and they will nail your butt.
There's a few areas like that here where it's like the designated don't speed zone.
Yeah. Yeah, here in North Dakota they just upped the interstate speed to 80. So
Like most we got here 65.
yeah, here the official speed's 70, but
yeah.
it's not. No one really goes that a lot.
I was gonna say unless you're in a semi, then it's 55.
Well, yeah. Well, in some parts of going into Detroit, it's 55, but no one drives 55.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a car singer too, Jennifer, if I'm awake. And by myself.
Hey, I am awesome. An awesome dancer when I'm sitting in the seat of my truck.
Speedo and all.
Yeah.
Hey. I know, and Jody was surprised I did not wear it, at the barbecue.
I know,
there was
not
kids-
one single Speedo showed up.
Nope. I mean,
What a shame.
But at the same token, as I stated, there were kids there. If it was adults only, it might be a little different.
Jeff Kane might have had his.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounded like that was a pretty fun time.
it was a really good time.
It was.
You know, got to see new faces for the first time. Met Mike and Keith, Nick, and Jennifer. I had already met Roxanne and Brian, Branton, Nicole, and their two girls, Willow and Lily, and Jeff and Jill at the swap. And I met Curtis at the swap, but Curtis wasn't at the barbecue, I guess. But and I met Whip at the swap too, and Whip was and his wife, Crystal, right, were there
Yeah.
also.
There's been some guys from Detroit talking about going to the swap, but we'll see if it ever happens.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that people that talk and then they don't.
Yeah, you do, Kelly.
Well,
I'd
next-
like to make it to the swap again, but I think, with everything going on, right after the Clash, I don't know if I'll be able to do that.
next April swap, I may make it to that one. Curtis is talking about coming by here. If he does, I might just catch a ride with him.
Yeah.
I have to stop every 30 minutes or so. But
So
You
the wife
do.
and I were talking about it actually yesterday with going to the Clash.
Yeah.
And the finances we had we had a major issue here the other day, and we won't get into freaking into the discussion on that on live, but it's taking a good chunk out of the money that we had saved up to go to the Clash, and it's either take care of that or go to the Clash, and quite frankly, I'd rather take care of that.
Yeah.
Amen.
So unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to go this year, even though I wanted to. But you know what? There's always next year.
There's
hey, Skipper.
Yeah, I've wanted to go for years, and it's finally kind of worked out. It's
Yeah.
always on my daughter's birthday, so it's like, oh crap, I can't really.
Oh,
yeah.
She's moved to college, so I'm like, I'm gonna go, and I'll just catch it. So
Yep, they grow up too fast.
yeah, she leaves on Tuesday. So
Wow.
School already started here.
We don't start until the 25th, so I'll have a junior and a fourth grader.
Uh,
Me,
my youngest one
oldest-
starts the 19th as well, the day that we move the other one to Michigan State.
Yeah.
She changed schools this year, so this new school starts earlier.
Hmm.
Normally they start later, like the 27th ish of like August.
Yeah.
Our school starts Tuesday next week, and what the heck is it? Sage she's a junior this year, and then Michael is a freshman, and Anna is in second grade.
Yeah.
So,
It's crazy how time goes.
Yeah, my oldest grandson.
I think school started this week here in Austin.
We usually start around the 19th. It just didn't fall on the right day. But I don't mind them starting on the Monday for once instead of and I hate when they start on Fridays. Like, what a tease.
They started them here on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Weird.
What?
yeah, I was gonna say with New York State, the school always started the Wednesday after Labor Day.
Oh.
Always.
Well, Michigan
McM,
has the law for that, and then they let the schools renege on it and just kind of do differently. The public schools.
fun.
Yeah.
McM asked if I would have started with fish tanks if it wasn't for my daughter. And the answer to that is no, it's all her fault.
Well,
It is all
at
her
least you
fault,
have
darn
someone
it.
you can blame.
Yeah. Well, she wanted a hamster, and we told her no. And well, how about a fish? And turns out I like fish a little bit more than she does. So, no, I think if it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't be in this position. So, kudos to my kiddo. Thank you, sweetheart.
Yeah, I think for HD's question, I think a lot of the South starts early August because we have family in the Atlanta area, and he's always started like August 1st.
Yeah. I remember as a kid, we usually didn't start until closer to the end of August, but it's all gotten moved up.
Curtis had to kick his wife out to teach school today.
Oh, I don't know if Jesse, Just One More Fish, is still in, but I got some vampire shrimp in from him today, so I still have to put up a little video. But damn, they look good.
Yeah, my checker barbs from him should be here tomorrow.
Yeah, I was stoked. I was waiting all day for that box. They look good, and they're big. They're already, yeah, they're already about 3 inches, so that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't see those around here. There's a lot of fish we don't see around here.
The first time I got them from Aquatic Arts, and they only lasted about 6 months. But yeah, I don't know. These guys look really nice and healthy.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I will say with school starting next week, they're out in May, not June.
Yeah, we get out last week of May.
They get out here the second week of May.
Yeah.
For us, it depends on how many snow days were used, all that crap too. So
Yeah,
That's
here
true.
too.
We rarely ever actually get a snow day unless it's real bad.
the last time the kids actually had a snow day, they called it a snow day because it was -30 out plus
Yeah.
wind chill.
That was
Yeah,
where some of ours came from too.
That's where some of ours come from last year. Was the weather was too cold.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah.
get a lot of snow, but we've been getting some really
That-
cold days.
Louisiana had more snow than we did for the first half of winter.
That's hard to believe because when I lived up there in Iowa, it was phew,
It was always snowing.
waist deep.
Yeah. I remember as a kid, winter was the best. It was always snow on the ground. And now anymore, we're lucky to get 15 inches. Although I did just see the Farmer's Almanac put out today that Iowa's screwed and supposed to get a lot of snow this winter, so we'll see.
Yeah, see, when I moved up there, it was raining. Got up and it was cold, but it was raining. I lived in Cedar Rapids. I was 2 blocks from the Cedar River.
Yeah.
It was raining and cold when I got up the next morning. The snow was knee deep.
Yep.
It's like, what the hell?
Isn't that fun?
Then you get your car dug out, and the street crew come back through and bury it for you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's something I'll still be doing is pushing snow this winter. When it does come, it usually comes at the most inopportune times, and usually when it's -20.
You get them where you're doing it all night long.
Yeah. Fortunately, we don't do it commercially anymore. We just do it for our storage businesses. So sometimes we'll just wait until the snow is done before we get going. Unless it's an actual good snow, then we'll start once there's an inch of snow on the ground, especially if it's wet and heavy. That way it doesn't really get the chance to accumulate.
Kelly, I could walk out on my front porch, look out across the Cedar River, and see Quaker Oats. That's how close I was to the Cedar River.
Yeah.
And it was bad enough that winter they had to take dynamite and blast the dam to get the water to flow through it.
Yeah.
It's like, damn, I come from Kansas and it's usually not like this. Waterloo, that ain't very far from where I was.
Yeah. Waterloo's only a couple hours from here. 2.5.
Waterloo, Anamasa.
Yeah.
There's quite a few places I was in up there.
Yeah. Did you ever go to the motorcycle rallies in Algona?
Yeah, I worked one of them.
Yeah. I've never been to that one. Been to a couple others.
We went from that one to Sturgis.
Yeah.
That was fun times.
Yeah.
Quite hectic.
Yeah. We'd like to do rag dry again. That'd be fun.
There was a biker board just right around the corner from me too. He have a new tab.
Yeah.
So yeah. Somebody slap Mike and wake him up.
What?
Which Mike?
I'm just listening.
Uh,
Yeah, I think I may have made a regretful decision for the Clash though. I signed up to bring 19 fish for the fish show.
Oh boy.
I said I'd bring water, so I'm gonna have to have like 40 gallons of water with me.
Yeah.
But
Just secure a big old brute trash can in there.
mhm.
yeah, I think I'll just use buckets just so I can carry it. But
Yeah.
I'll just have to clean them all out and get lids and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And hit up a Menards rebate sale.
There
Yeah.
you go. True.
I'm glad to hear you're going to be representing Mike at the fish show. I was just thinking about talking with Eddie and being like, should we put some fish in and should we just mail it
Yeah.
there and then let them go in the auction?
Yeah, that's what a lot of
So then we don't have to worry about returning them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've kind of come up the few times now that I've done it. I've kind of come up with a little system to do it so that I can get them there kind of safely and home kind of safely too.
Yeah.
Not lose a whole lot of anything. So
I'll be driving a cake and cupcakes out there for the wedding, so I won't be bringing any extra fish.
So you're not going to make them on site?
No. You know, it's one. I know my ovens, and I don't know what they're like up there. And if I wanted to make them
Yeah.
on site, I'd need to be there a good couple days ahead of time, and
Just
just
mark
in
hot
case there's
spots.
a mess up.
Start practicing. Start practicing on the oven and the camper, and you'll be fine.
Well, we decided we're gonna just take the truck instead. The motorhome's kind of a beast, and
Yeah.
that's a long drive. So we'll
Well,
take the truck.
well, that drive in the mountains is pretty wild too through Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah.
So, I remember I went to literally right before the pandemic started. I went to a fish show in Maryland, like literally the weekend of the pandemic. And
Yeah.
I remember driving through Maryland, and it was absolutely insane trying to drive through like 76 through all those mountains, and like,
Yep.
and I remember it was like $70 in tolls too.
Yeah.
Across the Pennsylvania Turnpike, all that crap. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like between Ohio and Ohio isn't terrible, but between Ohio and Pennsylvania, it was like $70, and Maryland, it was like $70 in tolls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ohio has actually gotten to be freaking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Tolls.
Geek Boy, we did. We got the windshield replaced. When we were out in the Black Hills, we were headed out to Dan's barbecue after that. So we were leaving the campground, and they do not have an optimal spot to turn around for something that doesn't articulate. So we got a little twist in the frame, and it cracked the windshield in the upper left and the bottom right, and it's a double windshield, so one panel was starting to come out. So that was a very long drive from Custer to Sheridan, because the windshield whistled the whole time, and you could see daylight through it
Oof.
where it was supposed to be in its seal. And it was 4th of July weekend, so nothing's open. So a little bit of clear Gorilla Tape, a couple crossed fingers, and a little bit of hope, and it made it home fine. So
I just
As long as it didn't rain and it wasn't pouring in.
yeah, it did rain a little bit, but the Gorilla Tape did an all right job of keeping most of it out. We stuck a towel up front. It is what it is. It's fixed now.
Yeah. As long as it got fixed.
Yeah, thankfully for the tolls, I actually bought one of the toll things. Even though we don't have any tolls in Michigan, like I've done enough driving where it's come in handy. to just have
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
We don't
some
have
of them
any
work
tolls in
different
Iowa.
states too.
Yeah, I was gonna say that Easy Pass or iPass or whatever the heck it is. I think the only state now that it won't work in is Kansas, and I could be wrong.
I know Curtis said his works in like Kansas, Missouri, and Oklahoma.
Okay, so I was gonna say then they of course this is 4 or 5 years ago that I knew about that, but
Right.
yeah, the wife and I have one for going out when we take a trip to New York or whatever, so slap some money onto it and away we go.
I say you go back to New York. Why in the hell would you go back there?
Well, I was going back to New York because I have family there, and since about a little over a year ago, I really don't have any need to go back there. So, I mean, I have a very close friend that still lives out there, and the only reason he's still there is because his adopted mother is still alive. She's 82 years old, and she wants to live her life out on the family farm. So,
Yeah.
which I can't say I blame the woman. She's an
No.
absolute sweetheart.
It sounds like a good choice. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Oh yeah.
Sounds like a nice place to be.
Oh yeah. So, and the talking with him as much as he and I do talk, he said when she's gone, he has no claim to the farm. It's actually all going to her two biological children that they want to sell it off and try to make millions on it, which yeah, good luck with that. Because of the location of it. But
Yeah.
But he says I'm everything that's on that farm he owns. He says I'll just have an auction, sell it off, and he says I'm coming out west, plain and simple. He says I can't stand it here, so between the between the taxes and gun laws, I have no use for it. So
yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. I just like to be a little bit outside of town, so it's quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah, where I'm at in town, it's pretty quiet actually.
Yeah.
I'm the loudest thing on my block, and it's me filling a trash can with water at 3 a.m.
Yeah, but you work nights, so
Yeah.
Yeah, ours is
you work nights, so they got to overlook it.
rings in suburban Detroit. It's not too bad out here where I'm at.
Yeah.
Areas that are worse. So
I'm a couple miles out of town, but like 5 to 10 minutes from just about everything.
The little housing development that we're in, we're probably about 10 minutes, to any location. And that now the kicker of it is, I live in Mandan, North Dakota. We have 2 Walmarts over in Bismarck, which are about 20 minutes away, each of them. And then there's another Walmart that's north of town that is 10 minutes away from us. Within 20 minutes of each other, you have 3 Walmarts.
Yeah, we got that here too.
It's like me, I got a dollar store. One's 10 minutes one way, the other's 10 minutes the other way.
Yeah.
yeah, see the Walmart, Myers, which is similar to Walmart but better.
Yeah.
And let me see, Tractor Supply. They're all within like a mile and a half of my house, which is kind of nice, I guess. The Walmart's
Tractor Supply, Walmart, Myers, Home Depot's all about 45 minutes from my house.
Home Depot.
Yeah,
Pretty
going
much.
up Brody from my house, it goes HEB, Lowe's, Home Depot. I'm good.
You still need a Menards.
I hear
Yeah.
that, you know what I mean? But I've always lived in Texas. I was like, I don't even know what I'm missing.
Well, just
Wait.
visit your happy butt to Iowa, come to Menards, and you'll know.
We need
And you'll
a
never
Menards
leave.
here.
Yeah,
You
like
know,
Menards is kind of new. for
You're
us,
right.
But
everybody needs a Menards and a Runnings.
So we have Baumgars, which is the same thing as Runnings, basically.
Yeah.
And a Buc-ee's.
Yeah. I think we're getting a Buc-ee's.
We were
Well,
supposed to, but it hasn't ever happened yet.
Yeah.
You need a Buc-ee's for the gas, you know. But Runnings, Menards, that has everything Walmart does.
Yeah.
And Home
Menards and
Depot.
Baumgars are across the street from each other here. It takes me like 7 minutes to get to Menards, maybe 4 minutes to get to Lowe's. I go to Menards every time.
Mm.
You can get everything, like Keith said, you can get everything there from groceries to hardware.
Yep.
Mhm.
yeah, the Menards for me is a little bit of a pain to get to compared to like the Lowe's. So a lot of times I'll go to either the local hardware store down the street, or I'll go to Lowe's. But if I need certain things, then I'll go to the Menards.
Yeah.
Like if I need like bendable PVC plumbing, or if I buy like pool filter sand, which is the only place that has it here is Menards, unless you go to like the pool store.
Yeah.
Those are
Yeah,
really
for me, if I need like some oddball kind of thing, I'll go to like the mom and pop hardware stores because they usually
Yeah.
have basic
Yeah.
stuff.
I found that out with like little camping style grills. If you need a regulator, go to Ace Hardware because nowhere else has it.
Yep. Yeah, I've got one of the old 2-burner Coleman stoves that takes the gas that you got to pump it up to
Yeah.
get it to burn. And the only place I could find parts for it was little mom and pop hardware store here.
Yeah.
Got it online, and I didn't want to wait, so it's like, well, yeah, they've got it here, and it's cheap, so why not? Well, guys, I say we call her good there.
All right.
All right, thanks for having me on.
Yeah,
Thanks for
anytime.
having me, guys.
Jody,
Nice to be with
thanks
Mike.
for coming on.
Good meeting you.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for coming on. Everybody in chat, thanks for being here. We'll see everybody next week.
Have a good rest of your week, gang.